Hey everyone, this is Ken back with part 2 of the Tic Tac Toe tutorial. Now in this tutorial I'm going to explain more on how to set your platform so you can visually see the whole board from that point, and how to set up the switchboard. Now I have the switchboard set up in the same pattern as the Tic Tac Toe, as you can see. Now I feel the best optimum view is about 30 blocks away. Because the screen is so big, I feel at this distance you get to visually see the whole game a lot better. Now I made it so that it's exactly 30 blocks. I put my little markers there, which are 10 block spaces. Now from the middle, I want you to go one block down. See, 1, 2, and on the second one, stretch that straight ahead 30 blocks from this point. Now from this point down, that's only 9 blocks. Okay, 9 blocks. That's the ninth block, and 30 blocks wide. Sorry about the autosave. Alright, now the platform itself is only 5 blocks wide. Now from the middle is 2 on the left and then 2 on the right. Now we're going to create a 9-block pattern just like the game, and add the switches in front and then add the torches right behind. Now I'm going to explain a little bit how that works and how we set that up. Now repeat that on both sides. Amazing. Now get your torches ready and just place it right behind every block that you just laid down. Fantastic. Now get your lever and put it right in front. Amazing. It should look just like this. Okay. Now once you've done that, we're going to start making the mechanism. Now I want you to put one block in front on top of every torch on top. Then downwards, I want you to place the block on the side parallel to the torch. You see? Now I want you to delete those two. Okay. Now repeat the same thing on the other side. Delete, delete. And you should have this kind of format. Now we're going to place a block there and put a half slab, just 2 in the front. Okay. Delete that, and then one more. Alright, then I want you to put a half slab in front of each of the blocks you first placed. I want you to have this kind of layout right now, because that's going to be controlling the downwards torches. Now we're going to add some half slabs. Delete that. I want you to put the half slabs right in front of the middle torches. Okay, just like so, and just put 2 layers. And add one outwards on the front on both ends. Fantastic. Now add one half slab on top, delete that, and put another one outwards and stretch that right down. You're going to wrap right around the top bricks, okay, and delete the one on each side that we're not using. Okay, you want to create a space of 1 block between each mechanism, because of course you don't want them to intertwine. Alright, now that we've done that, we're going to start placing our redstone. Alright, should have this exact layout. Now put 1 on top of each block, 1 in the middle, 2 on the sides in the front, just like so, 1 on top of that block, and 1 right inside the first slab. That's going to be activated. Now 2 on the top, 1, 2, just like so. At that point it should look just like this, okay? Now get your repeater ready. I want you to put it right in front of that block on top of that half slab, and then stretch that right next to it, and then on the other side. Now let's do the top part. Put 1 there, and 1 in front. Okay, just so the signals will get intertwined. Now do the same thing on top. Put it on top of the rest of the half slabs. Now once you've done that, the switchboard is ready to go. I'll show you a little demonstration. Once you turn it all off, you're going to see that the repeaters turn off as well. Once activated, they're on again. Same goes on top. Amazing. Now the switchboard, you have to make it one block apart. Remember that. If they're too close, you're just gonna mess up the signal. You see? Very smooth, very compact. Amazing. Now at this point, I want you to take your half slabs and basically just stretch it all around. Okay, I know I kind of fast forward that part, but what you're doing is taking the half slabs from the point of the repeaters and just stretching it all the way to the other side. You're not doing nothing different. You're just repeating the same process all around till you get to the wall. Alright, I'll explain each level from that point. Now when you do the bottom level, it's going to look a little different. I'll explain more, but all you're doing is just stretching the half slabs all the way around from point A to the wall of the game. Okay? Don't get nervous. You're just doing a simple stretch around. Fantastic. Now on the bottom, okay, I want you to go about one block out from the wall. One. And then we're going to make a stairs pattern until we hit the first level of the half slab. You see? 3, and then bam, we just connect. See, the first level of the repeater, and all you're doing is repeating the same thing on the second and third. Okay? Now in the middle, they connect flawlessly. They're completely flush in the middle, as you can see. Go straight ahead, bam, right in the middle. Now on the top, it gets a little different. Now once again, like I said before, power travels upwards with slabs. Okay? They never travel downwards, only upwards. So when you put a block right in front, right, parallel to the block, and then put a half slab right next to it, and then put a block on top, and put another half slab on the side. Block on top, half slab, block on top, half slab, block on top, half slab. Now you're going to create the same pattern until you reach the top. Okay? Perfect. Once you get to that point, that's going to connect anyway. So you just delete all the blocks that we just put. That was just kind of just giving us the layout or a guideline on how to place these half slabs. Now repeat that same process to each one. Now you're just repeating the process from 1, 2, and 3. Now on the other side is a little different because it's elevated at one point. You see? It's actually about 2, 3 blocks off from the ground. Now like I've said to the other side, we're just going to create a stair-like pattern. Now to get the stairs, just add a half slab and a block on top. Keep in mind, a block away from the wall, just so you have a better visual, okay? And just create the stair-like pattern until you get flush with the bottom row. Now once again, we're repeating this equally on all sides. All you've done was just stretched out that half slab from the repeater all the way to the mechanism of the wall, as you can see. Okay, we didn't do nothing crazy, we just stretched the half slab. Now on top, get it all the way flush till you hit the wall. Okay, and now go one out, and then we're gonna create this pattern again, the steps: half slab, then one in front, block, and then a half slab, and a block and a half slab until you get to the top flush part. Now that first block is one block away from the wall, just so you have an idea. Okay, and that's very important because it should be like that. You see, that first half slab is actually parallel to the pistons. Fantastic. Now once we do the top row, okay, we're gonna do that same half slab stair pattern upwards. Okay, now it's gonna be flush to the wall. See, add a block and then a half slab right in front of it. See, flush to the wall, add a block right in front of it, then just like so, as you can see, and create the same pattern. Okay, block, half slab, block, half slab. Amazing. Now do that until you get all the way to the top. Okay, half slab, and then add one more block, and then just extend that half slab outwards, okay? Now once again, just delete the blocks because we're using it as a guideline. And there you go. Okay, now repeat the same pattern, the one right next to it. Okay, you should have this kind of format once you're done. Completely flush. Now the signal and stream is all done. Now the back part over here, alright, we're gonna have to switch it around a little bit, okay? Nothing crazy. But that signal has to go to the first one, the back one, okay? So we're gonna stretch that outwards. Okay, and that goes to the first signal goes all the way to the last one. Now, from that repeater that connects it, why don't you add a block and then go forward and add another block, like a stair pattern, and then 4 half slabs outwards to go on top, and then 2 blocks down, creating that stair effect. Now, you don't need this at any point, so you can delete that. Alright, I'm going to go step by step with this whole thing. Now, on the first one, just go all the way to the end before it turns. Alright, see 1, 2, 3, 4, then the block, and then add the redstone all the way down. So once that block's activated, it's going to activate that repeater. Now you can delete that because we're not going to use that. Okay, that's dead space. Now we're going to start making the second connection. Okay, now that's just a block pattern. Okay, it's just one block. As you can see, it's pretty basic. All right, when you connect that, it should activate. Now keep in mind, we're going to repeat the same exact process on top. All right. Now add a block right there, 4 blocks on the repeater, then a stair pattern, then 4 half slabs, you see, then 4 half slabs, 1, 2, 3, 4, then 1 in front, then 1 right down. Perfect. Delete that. Now connect right there at the edge, right, just like so, and we're going to create a stair, like a little archway. Delete that, just so it could go around it, okay? Now delete the unnecessary half slabs that we're not using. And let's start stretching the redstone from the top all the way down to reconnect. Okay? Fantastic. Now repeat the same process with the other one. Now make sure to add a repeater, because the signal, like I said, only travels 15 blocks long. Okay? Perfect. So once activated, you can see the signal stretches. Now we're going to repeat that same process on top. Now here it gets a little different because the signal does stretch outwards a lot longer than the others. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, and the block, delete that, and block. Delete the unnecessary half slabs, just like so. And then always at that edge, right in that gap, I want you to add a block and a block. Okay, and delete that. And that's when we create 1, 2, 3, then delete that downwards and delete that unnecessary block we don't need. Okay, fantastic. Now I want you to get rid of all those half slabs that we're not using. See, it's just taking up space that we don't need. Perfect. Now stretch the redstone all around. Now the reason we have it like this, I'll just show you a little bit more once we get to the dashboard on why I have it set up this way. Now we're going to repeat the same exact process on the other side. Okay. Perfect. Okay. Now delete from that point and make that 1, 2. Now what I don't want you to do, just in case you do it thinking it's different, is to make it any shorter than 4 blocks. Now the reason you don't do that is because it's going to interfere with the connections over here. You see, that's going to get activated once that block is activated. So you want to go 4 blocks long. And a block there. Perfect. Now you want to take a 1 block space. Like I always said, always get 1 block space between connections. Add a block of your choice and add forward in between that gap and create that arch pattern. And delete that. Now, if you can, just start stretching your RedStone all around and delete what we don't need. Now keep in mind, you always have to add a repeater right underneath that block, because that block will activate if there's no repeater. Now you don't want that. That will actually cross the signals. So once that block's activated, you see, sorry to kind of miss that. Once that block is activated, it's going to activate that RedStone, and you're going to get 2 signals instead of 1. Now you put the repeater there just to keep the control so that there's no interference. You see? Always do that no matter what, because if that block's powered, you're going to power 2 sections instead of 1. Alright? Now you can add extra repeaters where you feel the signal needs to be stronger, but I'm just going to show you where I place them. Okay, put 1 right from this block so it can power the block and then travel the RedStone right across. Perfect. Now once again, we're going to repeat the same process from that part all the way over here. Okay, 1, 2, 3, then 4 half slabs, and then 1, 2. So there's always 2 blocks on the left side, just so it gives you a guideline. And add 1 block there, delete the one underneath to create that arch pattern. 1, 2, 3. Delete that, and remember, repeater right underneath. Don't forget that. Otherwise the mechanism will not function the way you want it to. Now over here's a little different. Okay, we're just gonna have to stretch, put a repeater there, delete the unnecessary half slabs, once you've done that, stretch the RedStone all the way to the top and down. Okay, and repeat the same process on the other side. Bam, just like so. Put a repeater right there in front of that block. Alright, and we'll repeat the same process right underneath, okay, in case you didn't. Now the 3rd level, once again repeat the same process. Okay, tend to look downwards to see where it's at and just follow the same pattern. Okay, it's all repetition at this point. Because each floor tends to be a little different than the other one, that's why I'm going through each pattern, each floor, to show you the difference between each one, because I know that at one point the repeaters kind of change, but not that much. Well, at least the location, just so the power could transfer and travel easily. Delete that. And remember, amazing. So once you've done that, I want you to start just adding your RedStone to the places we need to and delete what we don't. Okay, we've done this a few times, so you should have a rhythm of how it's actually flowing at this point. Okay. Perfect. Now that the back piece is all done, we're then going to start on the wire from the switchboard all the way down to the actual mechanism. Now I have some RedStone, okay, and what I like to do, I like to create a pattern. Okay, So we're gonna delete that one just so that we can stretch out the signal. I'm gonna stretch it outwards. Perfect, until the signal dies. See, that's alive. We delete that one in front. Add a repeater. And what I like to do is create a pattern. See? Just like this one, I'm gonna keep it 1 block away from the edge. I'm gonna stretch that and then just put the repeaters parallel to each other. 1, 2. So that they all look the same. As you can see, there's a pattern going on here. I'm trying to make sure that each line, you could say, is going in the same direction with the same kind of format. Now you can do this any other way you want to, but I'm gonna do it this way just for tutorial purpose, and it just makes everything seem more symmetrical. Okay. Now as you can see, we're gonna do the same exact format for each level. Now the only difference in the bottom is that you're gonna place a repeater 1 block away on that half slab, which is 1 block from the stair pattern. So you've done that and you connect everything. It should look like this, okay? Like I said, we're just repeating the same process, okay? Completely symmetrical. See, the repeaters are all in the same location, straight down. All the repeaters on the side are 1 block away from the edge. You see? It's all repetition. Now feel free to pause at this point, because I know you have to do this and that does take some time. Now all we're going to do is just simply connect that point to the actual mechanism. You see? Once you connect all of them, you're going to notice that it's going to activate the X's. Well, on this side, it's going to activate the actual game itself. You see? Now power always travels upwards with half slabs, never downwards. So you just put on every half slab at that point. Now because the signal dies off there, right, we're going to put it 1 block from the front right there. Just to extend the signal. Okay, so just repeat that on each side. Okay. Once you connected everything and you repeat it exactly step by step how I done it on each side, you see, repeaters are all in the same location. The rest are on every single block and half slab. Alright, we're gonna test it out. Now the reason I said to switch that, because like the switchboard on that side, it's on this side, right? You see? Look at the switchboard as though it's the game itself, right? The right corner, left middle, see, middle, right middle, the left bottom corner, the middle bottom corner, well, the middle bottom, sorry, and the right bottom corner. See? That's the reason we had to switch it on one side. Now on this side, we're just repeating this. We're going to mimic the other side that we just did. You know what I mean? So once again, get your RedStone, stretch it all the way down till you get to that point, add a repeater, then a repeater there, and a repeater there. Okay, I want it 1 block from the edge. And you're simply just going to connect your RedStone. Now, I want the repeaters to be all equal on both sides. You don't have to do it this way, but I have to think about symmetry. So I'm going to check where this actually goes from that point and just add the repeaters in the same location. Bang, bang, bang. And then once again, we'll go all the way to the front over here, right? Now I notice that there's only, what, 1, 2, 3 on the 4th slab. That's where the repeater's at from the wall. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 on the 4th. We'll just add that right there. And at this point, I just want you to connect everything. Okay, we're just simply connecting the redstone from point A to point B. Perfect. Amazing. Now the only thing I changed is the bottom part, and this is when you add on the half slab one in front of the block. Okay, right there, and just repeat that, of course, from all the other sides. Now because each side is the same, there shouldn't be much of a difference. I mean, they're all the same format. Once you've done that, now feel free to pause. Once you've done that, it should look just like so. Okay, repeaters are all equal between each section. Okay, there's 3 sections, and I'm repeating just the same layout. It's just the same exact format on each lane. Once again, delete that, add a repeater. You see, because once that turns off, it gets activated. Now repeat the same process on the other 2. Okay, I'm gonna show you right now. Add a redstone to each half slab. Then a repeater right on the second block. Perfect. Now let's connect the bottom part and just put a redstone dust on top of each block, because that's going to activate the O's. Perfect. So let's test it out just to make sure there's no complications. As you can see, they should all be activated. Now the top left corner, as you can see, top left corner. Perfect. Top middle. And the top right. Top right. Left middle. Middle. And the right middle. Left corner on the bottom, middle, and the right corner on the bottom. And there it goes. You are good to go. The mechanism is all done. Please leave a comment and subscribe.